我这边手机没有看到。我这边手机没有看到我自己。
开始了这边，开始23。
哦 ，OK。So, wait a sec. Oh, everything's ready. Hey everyone, welcome to today's live stream. I'm Lim, and I'm so excited to have you all here because today marks a huge milestone for us at Fosi Audio. We're officially launching our very first planar magnetic headphones, the i5. And guess what? It's live on Kickstarter right now, so you can check out the link in the description. For those of you who are audiophiles or just passionate about high quality sound, you know how big of a deal this is. The i5 is designed to give you an unparalleled listening experience, and we've been working hard to bring it to life with a design that balances both innovation and performance. We're going to dive into all the cool features of the i5, show you what makes these headphones stand out, and of course, let you know how you can be a part of this exciting journey by backing us on Kickstarter. So stick around and let's get started. I will walk you through all the details and answer any questions you might have along the way. Ready? Let's do this. Now, before we dive deeper into the i5 itself, let's take a moment to talk about what makes planar magnetic headphones special and why we chose this technology for our very first headphone release. Planar magnetic headphones, like our new i5, use a flat, ultra-thin diaphragm that's evenly driven by magnets across its entire surface. This is very different from traditional dynamic driver headphones, which rely on a small voice coil that moves a diaphragm in a magnetic field. What does that mean in real-world listening? Well, because the entire surface of the diaphragm moves more evenly in planar magnetic headphones, you get very low distortion, incredible accuracy, and much richer detail, especially in complex music passages. You'll also notice the transient response is faster. That means these headphones can react more precisely to changes in the music, giving you a wider dynamic range and more impact where it counts. To put it simply, if you love hi-fi, want accurate sound for studio work or music production, or just enjoy immersive, realistic audio, planar magnetic is the way to go. Meanwhile, dynamic driver headphones are still great for everyday use, offering warm and full sound that works well for casual listening, but they can't match the clarity and control of planar designs. That's why the i5 was built as a planar magnetic headphone from the ground up to give you that premium, natural listening experience right from your desktop setup. Now, speaking of how the i5 has been received so far, just not long ago, Fosi Audio had the honor of showcasing the i5 at Expo 2025 in Chicago, one of the biggest high-end audio shows in North America. We were incredibly honored to welcome Jay from Jay's Iyagi to our demo room. After trying the i5 for himself, here's what he had to say. Alright, he says, I've never seen a headphone at this price point that is this comfortable, and it sounded exceptionally well to my ears and my friends' ears at a show setting, which is very, very rare for me. Well, for Jay. That kind of feedback means a lot, especially coming from someone as respected as Jay. But it wasn't just him. Our colleagues had the pleasure of meeting many reviewers, audiophiles, and enthusiasts at the show, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. So, from all of us here at Fosi Audio, thank you to everyone who visited our room and gave the i5 a listen. And for those of you who didn't get to hear it in person yet. Some early reviews have already started coming in, and we wanted to share a few quotes directly from those impressions. Damir Franz says, the thing is actually flawless. As I said, it's really awesome. It's truly superior to some equally inexpensive or even more expensive ones. It's much more comfortable than the others. Well, the original text was in German. Since none of us speak German here, it was totally translated by translator. So if we were mistaken, feel free to correct us in the chat. And next, let's check what Chester from Music Photo Live think about the i5. The headphones make timbre sound more distinct, such that I can hear more tonality at moderate levels. It is also one of the few headphones where I can turn up the volume without feeling the pain. And when I do that, I hear even more precise attack and recorded decay. Eric from StereoNet says, I was left impressed with fosiaudio's new i5 Planar magnetic headphones. It is a meaningful upgrade from any budget design sonically and also offers superlative build quality and finish. Alright guys, if you would like to check out the full videos or articles, simply click on the Kickstarter page and we will continue to update the list as more reviewers publish their thoughts. So once again, a big thank you to the community, the reviewers, and everyone who's helped us to shape the i5. Your feedback is what drives us forward. We're just getting started and we can't wait for more of you to try it for yourselves. Alright, we've shared the excitement, the feedback, and what the community has been saying. Now it's time to dive into the real star of today's live stream, the fosiaudio i5 open back magnetic headphones. Let's start by looking at what makes the i5 sound so good. What did we do differently to achieve a truly immersive, lifelike hi-fi experience? First off, it all starts with the diaphragm. Inside, the i5 uses a massive 97mm diaphragm, which is incredibly thin, just 2 microns thick. It's made with nano-level precision, which means it moves super fast, super smoothly, and with very low distortion. The result? You get more detail, more layers in your music, and a natural sound that feels effortless and real. Next, let's talk about the voice coil in the middle parts. We've applied a process called targeted sputtering, where a 1.3 micron thick silver layer is coated onto the diaphragm to create the voice coil. It's ultra conductive and super lightweight. This gives you cleaner sound, sharper detail, and better long-term performance because the diaphragm stays stable even after long hours of listening. And now let's peek inside the magnetic structure. Each driver unit packs 22 neodymium magnets, and we didn't just throw them in randomly. They're symmetrically arranged for maximum control and precision. What does that do? It ensures the diaphragm moves accurately and quickly, giving you powerful dynamics without distortion. You will hear every beat, every breath exactly as it was recorded. And finally, let's not forget the rear chamber. We've fine-tuned the real mesh damping system through multiple acoustic iterations. The result is controlled air pressure, low resistance, and a super smooth frequency response. It helps widen the soundstage and gives the i5 that open, airy character that planar lovers crave. So whether you're mixing tracks or just sinking into your favorite album, the i5 is built to give you the purest, most immersive sound possible. So That's a closer look at what's under the hood of the i5, how we tuned and engineered it to deliver truly high-fidelity sound. But of course, the best proof is always in the listening, and we've been lucky to get some incredible feedback from folks who've actually tried it. At events like Guangzhou High-End Show 2024 and Cam Jam in New York City 2025 and so on, we've had tons of listeners and reviewers stop by to give it a spin, and the response has been amazing. Some said the soundstage feels wide and open, and that the level of detail and comfort is outstanding. Others were impressed by the deep bass and precise imaging, noting how it sounds much bigger and more expansive than they expected. One listener even said it competes with models at double or triple the price, and another called the treble performance fascinating. A monster in this price range. For your info, the original price point of the i5 would be $550 US. Alright, I don't see anyone texting in the chat. I'm not sure if it's the problem with my phone, but never mind. If you guys have any questions or want to share your thoughts, please feel free to text. Alright, and honestly, those are exactly the reactions we were hoping for. When you design a planar headphone with this level of engineering and attention to detail, you want people to hear something special the moment they put it on. And from what we've seen so far, that's exactly what's happening. Now that we've gone deep into how the i5 sounds, let's move on to the next big piece, how it feels to wear. Because, let's face it, no matter how amazing a headphone sounds, if it starts pinching your head or heating up your ears after 30 minutes, it's not something you're going to enjoy using long term. That's why comfort was a huge focus when we designed the i5. Every part of it was carefully engineered to deliver a fit that feels natural, secure, and stays that way even during long listening sessions. So, let's break down a few things that make this headphone such a pleasure to wear. First, we have dual axis ear cup arms. These allow the ear cups to rotate both vertically and horizontally. It sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference when it comes to finding that just right fit for different head shapes. No awkward pressure points, no gaps, just a smooth, even seal that helps both with comfort and sound quality. Alright, we have a comment here. Alright, is this Spanish? But I don't speak Spanish, but thank you so much for your comments, Adrian. Okay, next, the headband features what we call stepless silicone adjustment sliders. It's in the side, I will show you. See? It's super smooth, easy to adjust, and holds its position without clicking or jumping. That means you can fine-tune the fit exactly how you like it. No fuss. We also used a memory metal frame for the headband. It's lightweight, durable, and actually remembers its shape. So even after lots of wear, it doesn't deform. Plus, it flexes just enough to relieve pressure without feeling loose. So we can tear it wide open, and twist a little bit, and it still stays the same. And finally, the ear pads. These are made with a combo of perforated leather and breathable fabric with memory foam inside. They're soft, cool, and skin-friendly, so even after hours of listening, your ears don't feel hard or squished. So whether you're casually enjoying your playlist or deep in a mixing session, the i5 is built to stay comfortable and stay put without pulling you out of the moment. That's it. Coming up next, we will dive into hifi's craftsmanship because great comfort needs to come with solid construction. Stay with us. This is where aesthetics meet quality. Every detail was chosen not just to function well, but to bring a sense of elegance and sophistication to your listening experience. Let's walk through a few design highlights. First, the headband. It's wrapped in genuine suede leather, which not only feels soft and premium but adds a touch of timeless style. It's subtle, classy, and incredibly comfortable. Then we've got the frame. This isn't your standard black plastic build. The outer structure is crafted from luxurious walnut wood, as you can see here, and every pair has its own unique natural grain, so no two sets of hifis are exactly alike. It's warm, rich, and gives each headphone a personal touch. Supporting that, it's a CNC machined aluminum frame. It's lightweight but super sturdy, with a smooth metallic finish that catches the light just enough to feel high-end without being flashy. And one last detail I love: the S-shaped accent on the side. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put it closer to the camera. It's inspired by a flowing musical note, and it adds a subtle elegance that really ties the whole design together. So with the i5, you're not just getting great sound and comfort, you're getting a headphone that's crafted like a piece of art, something that feels just as good in your hands as it does on your ears. Now, let's talk about flexibility, because great headphones aren't just about what's built in, but also how they adapt to your setup. The hi-fi features a detachable cable design. The ports are here and here, which means you're not locked into one configuration. Whether you're a casual listener or an audio tinkerer, this gives you the freedom to connect the way you like. Alright, we've gone with standard 3.5 millimeters connectors on both sides. Can you see that? Which makes the hi-fi compatible with a wide range variety of third-party cables and amps. But of course, we've also designed some great options to pair with it. Let's take a look at what's included. First up, there's the classic 3.5 millimeters cable, perfect for everyday use with phones, decks, or portable players. Then we've got the balanced 4.4 millimeter cable, which gives you that extra clarity and channel separation when paired with compatible amps or decks. And for those looking to take things a step further, we also offer an upgraded 4.4 cable. They're different, so you can see a premium build that adds a little extra refinement to your listening experience, both in sound and feel. Whether you're keeping things simple or going full audiophile, the i5 makes sure you got the right connection for the setup you want. Alright guys, if you scroll down on the Kickstarter campaign page, you will find all the technical specifications and the full packing list for the i5. We won't spend too much time going over every detail here, but feel free to check it out if you want to dive into the numbers. Now, let's talk about the rewards and add-ons. If the i5 has caught your attention and you'd like to support our project, you can choose the reward tier or add-on that best fits your needs. Whether you're just getting started or looking to level up your setup, we've made sure to offer a wide range of flexible options for everyone. And before we move on, we want to say a big thank you to more than 300 backers who have already supported us. Your early trust means the world to us, and it's what keeps this project moving forward. All right, now that we've covered almost everything, it's time to show you how the i5 performs in action. For today's demo, I'll be using our K7 balanced DAC and headphone amp, which we recently launched. It's a perfect match for the i5, offering fully balanced output here, high-resolution digital to analog conversion, and dedicated headphone amplification. It's got everything you need to drive planar magnetic headphones like the i5 with power and clarity. Let me walk you through the setup step by step so you can see just how easy it is. And I'm not professional, I'm just trying to get things done and played. All right, I just made a mistake. We don't have an RCA input on the K7, so never mind. Let's use Bluetooth. That's even more not audiophile. All right, sorry for that. We'll have to stick with it. So let's power up the K7 first. One click on the power button to turn it on. And let's see, we have so many buttons and knobs here. Choose the input. We're going to use Bluetooth. All right, and use our audio source device to connect it to the K7. All right, hang on. Choose fosiaudio K7, and now they're already connected. All right, like I said, let's pretend it's just a CD player or anything else you like. And let's see, what do we need? We need to change the output modes into headphone output to drive the speakers here. And let me see. I'm going to put all the gain settings to its original state. All right, I think now we're ready. So it's really this easy to set up this thing. All right, let me choose a piece of music. Maybe you can't hear it, but I'm going to play it anyway. All right, since the hi-fi is very, very open, so you can even hear the sound here. Did you get that? And I'm going to put them on for you. And we can adjust the volume on the K7. Volume down, volume up. And we can also use the tone controls. We can add more bass. And another click to adjust the treble. So you can fine-tune it whatever you like. Also, if you want that original sound, simply press the bypass knob on the K7. All right, whatever. I'm going to let you guys feel a little bit. Can you hear that? And let's try to add more bass and treble. Wait a sec. All right, that's the original sound. And I'm adding more treble. and the bass. All right, this will be more obvious. And more. Again for the treble. And I'm going to click the bypass button. And again. And I will stop right here. All right, even though this is not first-hand experience, but I hope you enjoyed it. And let's turn off the K7. Guys, that's it for the demo. As you can see and hear, the i5 sounds fantastic paired with the K7. All right, as I can hear. One of the greatest things about the i5 is that it's incredibly easy to drive. With an impedance of 28 ohms, it pairs beautifully with a wide range of headphone amps and decks, not just the K7, but many of the amps from fosiaudio that fosiaudio offers. That's also why we've included several add-on cable and amp options on the Kickstarter page, so you can choose the setup that best fits your needs. And if there's a specific combo you'd love to see in action, just drop it in the comments. We're more than happy to make a dedicated demo video for you. Alright everyone, that wraps up today's deep dive into the fosiaudio i5. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Just a quick reminder that i5 has an official retail price of $550, but right now, during our Kickstarter campaign, you can get it at 30% off. Repeat, 30% off. That means you can pick up this high-performance Planar headphone for just a fraction of the future price. This campaign kicked off on April the 22nd and will run for 40 days. So this is your best chance now and in the future to get the i5 at the lowest possible price. If you're ready to support us or just want to learn more, check the link in the description. It will take you straight to our Kickstarter page. And from all of us at fosiaudio, thank you again for your continued support, your patience, your feedback, and your passion. It's been instrumental in helping us grow and evolve. And we can't wait to bring you even more surprises this year, including a turntable, a CD player, a subwoofer, a streamer, and more. Lastly, we know many of you are concerned about the recent tariff changes. We hear you. Rest assured, the current prices on Kickstarter will not be affected. But of course, we can't guarantee what will happen after the campaign, which is a few months later. Anyway, let's hope for the best. That's all for now. Thanks again for joining us, and we will see you in the next live stream. Stay safe, stay inspired, and keep listening. Bye-bye.